My friends, life has a way of teaching us that not everything can be controlled. Many of us spend our time trying to push, pull, and force outcomes that simply aren't ready. The truth is, growth comes when we learn patience, trust the process, and allow things to unfold naturally. Today, I want to share 6 key lessons on why everything falls into place when you stop forcing it. When we talk about control, we often imagine that life will go exactly as we plan if we just work hard enough and push long enough. But the reality is, no matter how much effort we give, there are limits to what we can actually control. You can decide how much time you dedicate to studying, how much practice you put into a skill, or how committed you are to your goals. These are choices that belong fully to you. What you cannot dictate is the timing of when opportunities show up, how other people will react, or the exact path that will open up for you. That's the space where many people struggle because instead of focusing on what's in their hands, they spend their energy trying to shape what isn't theirs to shape. Think about it like planting a seed. You can prepare the soil, water it, and give it sunlight, but you cannot force it to sprout on your schedule. The seed grows at its own pace. If you dig it up every day to check its progress, you'll damage the very thing you're trying to make grow. Life works in much the same way. If you keep forcing things to happen before their time, you risk breaking your own peace of mind and losing sight of the progress you've already made. The people who learn to separate effort from outcome are the ones who live with more balance. They give their best to what they can influence, and they release the rest with trust. And when you do that, something powerful happens. Life begins to unfold in a way that feels lighter, smoother, and more natural, because you've stopped fighting battles that were never meant to be yours. When you try to force things in life, you often create the very tension you're trying to avoid. Think about a time when you pushed too hard for something to happen, a job, a relationship, or even a simple task. The more you insisted, the more obstacles seemed to appear. It's almost as if life was pushing back, reminding you that not everything bends to your will. This constant pressure builds frustration, and instead of feeling closer to your goal, you end up drained, discouraged, and sometimes even farther away than when you started. It's like pulling on a door that clearly says push. No matter how much strength you use, it won't open because you're working against its design. That's exactly what happens when you force situations that aren't ready. The harder you pull, the heavier the resistance feels, and the more energy you waste. That frustration blinds you from noticing that there might be another door right beside you, wide open, waiting for you to walk through it. What most people don't realize is that forcing blocks clarity. Your mind gets so caught up in making things happen on your terms that you fail to recognize opportunities that could have been easier, smoother, and even better than what you were chasing. Frustration narrows your vision, while patience broadens it. So instead of trying to bend life to your will, allow yourself to step back. Keep giving your best, but also pay attention to where there is flow and ease. That's usually where your path is leading you. When you learn to release the urge to control everything, you create room for peace. And in that peace, progress naturally follows. Success in life doesn't come from chasing one extreme or the other. It's not about working non-stop until you burn out, and it's not about sitting back and waiting for things to magically happen. Real success is found in balance, the balance between effort and trust. You put in the work, you stay disciplined, and you give your best every day. But you also learn to release the need to control every outcome. That balance is what keeps you moving forward without losing your peace of mind. Think about how a river flows. It never forces its way through the rocks. It simply keeps moving steady and consistent. And over time, it shapes even the hardest stone. That's the power of balance. When you combine steady effort with patience, you create space for life to align opportunities in your favor. It may not happen instantly, but when it does, it often feels smoother and more natural than anything you could have forced. When you live with balance, setbacks don't break you, and waiting doesn't discourage you. You understand that your responsibility is to give your best. But the timing and results are not always in your control. This mindset not only reduces stress, it allows you to appreciate the journey instead of constantly fighting with it. The truth is, when you respect both sides, your effort and life's timing, things begin to fall into place in ways you never expected. That is where peace lives, and that is where real progress begins. If these words have spoken to you today, let them be a reminder to keep striving, but also to trust the process. And for more messages like this, make sure you stay connected.